Okay, I think everything is okay right now. Good afternoon again, everyone. I'm good. I'm happy to have you with our webinar training today with the University of Windsor. Uh, I'm Kitty, the product specialist from Yes Education Thailand, hosting the session today. And I'm happy to have you, Leo. He is the student recruitment advisor from the University of Windsor. He will be providing us the information today. And this session is record for the training purpose for the Thailand, Laos, and Myanmar market. If you have any question, please feel free to drop your question in the chat box at any time. Well, Leo, I will hand over to you now.
Yeah, thank you, Kitty. Thank you, Yes Education. So my name is Leo, and I'm representing for the University of Windsor for Southeast Asia, including a lot of like countries. But just like when you have any inquiries or any questions, please feel free to reach out to Kitty to Yes Education, and then I and Yes Education can support you well. So I guess like in order to save your time, so I can do like the presentation, just like to show you about like the University of Windsor. Yeah. Okay. So firstly, so this is me. I'm Leo. Okay. So I'm representing from University of Windsor for Southeast Asia. So firstly, I would like to introduce about my school location. So my school is in Ontario State. So we are in the southern of Ontario. So this is the Toronto. Usually, whenever I ask like international student, do you know Windsor? So they only know about like Toronto. So I always like tease them. Okay, so Toronto is here, but Windsor, my school is here. So we are in the southern. So in the southern, like the weather is like warmer. Usually we are warmer than Toronto area. Another thing is if your student looking for about the cost of living, so our cost of living in this area here is very affordable. It's only around maybe 1,000 Canada dollars, including everything like accommodation, meals, and then everything like that one. And as you know that international students, they can work part-time jobs 24 hours a week. And when they can do like 24 hours a week, so they can earn around like 1,700. But they only spend here around like 1,000. So that means they still have 700 extra for their saving. Yeah. We have like the Windsor, we are very close to this is Detroit, Michigan. This is the USA. So from my school, if you go to USA, so it's only around like 5 minutes by car. So you can imagine you go to the USA very fast. Oh, sorry. Let me do this one. Yeah. So when you go to the USA, it's only around like 5 minutes by car. And one more thing is, but international student, you must have the USA visitor visa. Um, so I can see like the trending from my Vietnamese student. So usually like when they have the study permit to study like in Canada, so they also like can apply for their visitor visa USA in their home country. So that can be like helping the student to get the visa USA very fast and quickly, because the slot interview for the USA visitor visa, if you book in your home country, is around maybe 1 month. It depends. But if your student they decide to go to Canada and then book the interview, so it may take like 1 year to have the interview. So you may know that Detroit, Michigan, they are the city for the automotive, for the car, for the Ford car, engineering, and also like the technology in like Detroit, Michigan. And also like about like the location between like Windsor and Detroit. So we are the biggest trading port about these two areas. So which means like any major relevant to business, to engineering, and also like to applied computing, is also famous for Windsor. So you can see like this one. So this is the Windsor areas. This is Detroit, Michigan. We have one bridge here. So your student can come by bridge 5 minutes. This is the ranking for the Windsor University. So we are the public university. And so far, if you search about the QS ranking, so we are top 2% in around the world. Um, so our programs, you may know that the Canadian university, they are quite popular with like the co-op. So COOP here. So co-op that means pay internship. So for my school, we do have the co-op for the master degree, and we also have the co-op for the undergraduate degree as well. But it depends on like the programs. Not on the programs they have the co-op, but you can check on our website. It's very easy to check. Yeah. So I can show you something that you can search for more information. For example, like this one. Yeah. So this is the video about my school here. Yeah, so you can see like this is the bridge coming to like the USA, and our main campus is like these areas. So yeah, this is the bridge coming to the USA, and you can see like in here they still like the city vibe, not the countryside. But just like we don't have like metro like Toronto, we still have like the bus, and our campus is here. The whole area is like this one. Yeah, we have so many like the buildings because one faculties they are in like one building. And speaking about like the co-op, so it's very easy. So you can type Google and then University of Windsor and then co-op. So in here, so you will go to like co-op programs. For example, like this one, and then our programs. Yeah. So undergraduate, so we have so many programs in here. Master, we have like 3 programs in here. So I think that it depends on like your market because some country in your market they're looking for undergraduate, some country they're looking for like more about master more. But let's go like to the master first, and then I will go to undergraduate. So for example, master we got master of engineering, master of management, and also a master of science in computers. So these 3 programs here we got the co-op programs. So let's go to management. So our master programs usually like your student will study for 4 terms, term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4. So co-op in our school is optional. That means if your student want to do co-op, that's okay. But if they don't want to do the co-op, that's still okay. So in case if they do the co-op, so they will do in like the term 3. Yeah. So in term 3 here, they don't go to school. They only go for work full time. So they got working experience, they got the money, and also they got the connection with the employers. So which help them a lot when they graduate, so they can easier to find a job. And I guess maybe some of your students will ask how much money that I can earn for the co-op. So you can check like this one. Sorry. Okay. So when your student they do the co-op, so which means that they work like the full time. So when they work full time, that means 40 hours a week, and then there will be like 4 weeks in a month. And then the minimum salary for Ontario State right now is like from 18 to $25 for 1 hour. So it depends. Maybe some of your students can get maybe 20, maybe 25, or maybe 28. It depends. So I just take like 20 for the average. So in a month for the co-op, your student can earn 3,200. And when they do the co-op here, so it will be for 4 months. So that means you can take this money, you multiple with 4. So one co-op term 4 months, so they can earn like 12,800 Canada dollar. Yeah. And let's continue with like the undergraduate. So our undergraduate is something quite different with the other university because we do have undergraduate 3 years, Bachelor of General, but we also have undergraduate 4 years, Bachelor with Honors. So co-op only available for Bachelor with Honors. And in the future, if your student want to come to Master, only 4 years, Bachelor with Honors is eligible. So let's see like how about business here. So for example, our undergraduate. So so for the master, we only have 1 time for the co-op, but undergraduate we got 1 time, 2 time, and 3 time. So it depends on your student. They wanna do 1 time, that's okay. They wanna do 2 time, that's still okay. But if they wanna do 3 time, that's still okay. So you can see like from here, work, work, and work. So in case if they do 3 times for the co-ops, so you can take this money, you multiple with 3. So they can earn up to like 38,000 or nearly 40,000 Canada dollar for 3 times co-op. Yeah. So some of you will ask like whether our co-op is guaranteed or not. So far we are not guaranteed for the co-op because it depends on like your student performance, how they do the interview, or especially like how the employers they like that people or they like another people. So what we can do for the student is we have the transfer programs. So in the transfer programs here, that means we train your student with like mock CV, mock interview, how to dress up before the employers, how to make impression with the employers. Yeah, because just like the choosing like because the employers and also like we can arrange like the career job fair, maybe one day for all the business. So all the students study business can come to that day. One day for education, one day for engineering, something like that one. So in order to have like more rate for the co-op, so we just suggest to student you have to be more proactive. So that means you need to reach out to like many employers as you can, so that you can like have more chance to meet the employers. Yeah. And this is some of like the, so I go back to the slide. So this is some like the top tier opportunities because some people will ask like, is Windsor like a small city or is Windsor like, do you have like enough about job opportunity for international students? So I can say like we do have like job opportunities. Yeah. And also our employment rate in here. So we are 95% within like 2 years. And also like our employment rate is also like higher than the average in Ontario state. So we have like a faculties in our school, and also we have a faculty of English. For our programs, undergraduate, we have more than 200 programs. And for the master and PhD, we have around like 80 programs for master and PhD. But I guess maybe about, so I can go first from the master programs. So for the master program, you only need to remember about course by master and MBA is okay. You don't need to remember about like master by research and PhD. Yeah. So firstly, you can see like from our course by master. So we have a variety of like different major. So we have from like actuarial science. We have applied computing. So this one got internship. We got engineering. This one they got co-op. So many stream in here for your student. We got education, we got sport management, we got medical in here. And if your student looking for some master relevant to business, so we do have the master of management. This one they got the co-op and also like they are in the business stream. So so far you will see like four stream in here. Business data analytics, accounting finance, logistics supply chains, and human resource management. Yeah. Our programs, so usually like you see like the master in Canada, they usually like 2 years, but our program course by master, we only 60 months. So that means your student will study for 4 semesters continuously, 16 months, 1.5 years. So they can save like the cost of living for what for half a year. Some of our programs, your student can short it like to 12 months, like 1 year like the UK. And also like if they do 12 months or 16 months, they are also eligible to stay for 3 years BCWB. BCWB that means like postgraduate work permit. That means like after graduation, student can stay eligible in Canada. So not like the other country. So if you study like master or PhD or bachelor in Windsor, so you can stay for 3 years. Yeah. Spoke open work permit here, which means that if your student already married and they got children or they just married, that's okay. So for example, if I study in Windsor, I study any master program from 60 months. So any of these programs are from 60 months. So I can bring my wife and my children to Canada. So when I study, I can only work part-time 24 hours a week, but my wife can work full-time 40 hours a week, and then my children can study for free in Canada. from grade 1 to grade 12 at the public school. Yeah. So about the entry requirement, so for our course by master, so they will require about the GPA for 70% out of 100%. Some program like engineering or applied computing maybe 72%, something like that one. And also like you have to study for 4 year bachelor. Yeah. Our school, we don't, these programs here, we don't require GMAT, we don't require GRE, we don't require working experience except education. So education is only one program is here require 1 year working experience. These other program here no working experience. So that means if your student just graduate, they can also apply. Um, we don't require letter of preference except education and engineering management. So only the two programs they require the letter of preference. The other programs no letter of preference. Yeah. And also another good point is some of your students when they come to like your agent, so they may say that oh is this at this time I don't have any English proficiency, so I'm not sure like whether the school accepted me or not, or can I submit to application to the school first and then can I submit the English proficiency later. So the answer is yes. So for the Windsor University, you don't need to submit the English proficiency from the beginning if you don't meet the requirement. You can submit later. So for example, if you apply for phone intake like September, the start date will be 4th of September. So you can submit your English proficiency 3rd of September, 2nd of September, 1st of September. That is okay. Yeah. So the app fee is like $125. We don't have the scholarship or like the fee waiver for this course by master. The tuition fee for our course by master is very affordable. So it depends on like the programs. Some program we only 9,000 for one semester or 10,000 for one semester. Only management they are around like 11,700 for one semester. So which means like if you study for 4 semesters, so the total fee for the course by programs will be 36,000 or 47,000 Canada dollar for the whole programs. But your student can pay by each semester, and also they can so they can pay for each semester, and we have the lock tuition fee. So lock tuition fee here, which means like even our school agree the tuition fee for next year or for upcoming terms, so your student won't be affected. Yeah. So as Windsor, we are the public university. So that means from January this year, so when your student apply for master or for PhD at Windsor, so you don't need to wait for the PAL to apply for the visa. So only PAL and the graduate programs, no required. Yeah. But if you apply for undergraduate at Windsor, you need to wait for the PAL. Okay. So our school admission is something like that one, but K by case, I guess you can ask more with like yes education. And one more thing I want to mention is like if your student they're looking for about immigration, so we can have like the eligible for express entry, and also for OINB. So OINB, you can search for information on here. OINB. So OMB is like the master graduate stream. This one is learn how to apply for the PR in Ontario if you have a master degree from an Ontario university. So you can go to like the scoring factors. So in here, so if your student, they have like the valid work or study permit, so they can get 10 score. So they can earn this money in a year or more than that. So they can get like 3 more score. For education, if they have master, so they can get 8 score. PhD, they got 10 score. Field of study. So if your students study something like STEM, health, computer science, or trade, so they can get a 12 score. But if they study business administration, education, they got 6 score. But if they study art humanities, no score. So there are still like 3 criteria left. So if your students study like one Canada residential, so they got 5 score. But more than one, they can get 10 score. For the language here, So if they have like English equal to maybe CLB 9 or 10, so they can get like 10 score. And I see the training from the Windsor at the moment. Right now, they are trying to study French because in Canada, only Montreal, Quebec, they speak French as their first language. The other state, they only speak English. But if you live in Canada, but if you know French, so you can have like more chances for other like stream. So in here, like if you can have like two official languages, so you can get more score than usual. Yeah. And the last thing is about like our school. What's the difference between our school and also like the other school in Ontario state? So this is the location. So for example, if you study in Toronto, like UOT, University of Toronto, TMU, so you got no score because they stay in Toronto. So if you study like inside GTA, that means like Greater Toronto areas like Durham, Halton, Peel, and York. Like York University, you only got 3 score. But if you study there in Windsor, so we are in the southern, not northern, so you got 8 score. But if you study in the northern areas, maybe colder and also like less people, so you can got like 10 score. And in here, they list down for you on eligible Ontario University. Yeah, only public university in here. So how does the stream work? So for example, some year they say that if you got 40 score, you can apply for the PR. So at that time, maybe you got 40, I got 50, 45, Kitty got 50, Tim got 55, something like that one. So the immigration, they will rank you by the score. So the highest score, you will be in the top. The lowest score, you will be in the bottom. And at that time, maybe they said that they only take maybe 5,000 or 6,000 candidates. So they will choose the top one and then they cut. Yeah. So it's quite like selective and also like you should like think carefully when you choose for what school. If you think about like immigration, yeah. We also have like the MB, oh sorry. So about like our course by master, we do accept like IELTS, IELTS take one band, TOEFL IBT, BTE or Duolingo as well. We have like September intake is like the main intake. Some programs we got like 2 intake per year, September and January, and 2 programs, management and engineering. We got like 3 intakes, May, Sep, and January. Yeah. So for MBA programs, you can also promote for MBA. But if your student looking for MBA in our school, we require GMAT here. And also like your student must meet the English proficiency from the beginning because MBA is like different with like the course by master, the other program in my school. Yeah. Okay. So I will go to undergraduate. So I will go fast to undergraduate because we have so many programs. So for undergraduate, like I mentioned, we got like 3 years under or 4 year unders. So our entry requirement, so we based on like the year 12 GPA. So far we do accept Matum 6 for Thailand. For Myanmar, I think that it depends because right now I think that Myanmar student, so you have like the new curriculum. That means you study for 12 years because in the past you only usually like study for 11 years, just something like that one. But also like we do accept like OSD online or offline in Myanmar as well, or A level or IB or AP, something like that one. So far for Laos national curriculum, we still like don't accept about like year 12 of Laos. But just like if your student like study in like the first university in Laos, so you can apply for our undergraduate exchange for credit. Yeah. So for further information about like the entry requirement, so I think that you can look for in here. So it will be on future.uwisa.ca. And then you can go to programs here. And then you go to undergraduate. And for example, if you go to business, any programs, maybe business administration. So you will see like we require GPA for like year 12. And also like we require maybe some courses relevant in year 12, something like this one. So if you apply for direct bachelor, so they will require maybe in your year 12, you have to study one of like the math subject like advanced function, calculus factors, or math, and also English. And then your GPA in year 12 must be around like 73%. Yeah, just something like that one. Yeah. So go back in here, like for our business programs, so you can study for one major is okay. But if you want to study for two majors, like double majors, so our school, we also like have double majors here. The duration also like 4 years, nothing more than that. And also like the tuition fee, you pay the same, like nothing different because you pay for the courses. Yeah. And if you study like business in here, we have the funding from the school. That means your student, they can do the trading on the market, like buying stock, selling stock. We also have visual art, acting, drama, music. For our visual art, we don't require portfolio. Something like about humanity cultures. We also have commercial aviation. If your student want to become the pilot, so we do have that program in here. Communication, criminology, law, politics, sociology, education. If your student want to become the teachers, so we do have the programs in here. So your student will study for around 5 years or 6 years. So for example, if they want to become mathematics teachers, so they need to study a bachelor of mathematics, can be 3 years or 4 years, it depends on them. And after that, they study for 2 years for bachelor of education, and then can register for Ontario College of Teacher. Engineering, we have so many streams in here, even like aerospace, automotive, something like this one. And you see the pictures in here. So like for each program, so we have like the facility for your student to do the hands-on learning. So we do have like the smoke management and kinesiology and health study in here. Law. So if your student want to become the juris doctors, so we do have like the this program in here, but it will be around like from 5 years to 7 years. Yeah. Nursing we do have, but they quite limited and also like competitive because they will prioritize for the application who have the OASD. Just like if your students study high school in Ontario, or if they study like in their home country like Myanmar, like in Laos or in like Thailand, but they study like curriculum OSD, so their application can be priority more than the other application. We do have biochemistry, biomedical, in case if your student want to become a doctor in the future, so they can study 4 years here for the biochemistry, biomedical, something like that one. We have computer science and also like environmental science. Yeah. So for our undergraduate programs, so the tuition fee for 1 year tuition, 2 semesters, will be from 31 to 45,000. So which means like one semester, the tuition fee will be like 15,000 or 23,000 Canada dollars. We do have the English program in our school, so it's called Elite. And this one, they can teach your student online. So your student can study online in Thailand, in Myanmar, in Laos, in any country, or even online in Canada, and even like apply in the Windsor. So we do have here. And the offer PAL will be like from the Windsor as well. So one level will around like 12 weeks, 3 to 4 months. And it depends on your student English proficiency. So if your student only got like 5, so they have to study for 3 levels, 1, 2, 3. 5 on 5 IELTS, they have to study for 2 levels, and 6 plus, so they have to study for 1 level. So if they can complete like level 3, so they can go to the undergraduate programs, and then they can go to the course by master. They don't need to retake any English proficiency again. Yeah. And also like for our scholarship, so far we have the scholarship, but for undergraduate, so it will based on like the GPA of like year 12 student. So for example, if your because this one they based on like the scale 100%. So for example, if your student they got the score year 12 below 80%, but must be higher than 70, because 70 is like the entry requirement. So they can get like 4,000 for 4 years. That means 1,000 for 1 year. And upper, and also the maximum. So if your student can get around like GPA 95%, so they can get 24,000 for 4 years. So that means 6,000 for 1 year. And beside of this scholarship, each of your student, they will have like the Windsor bottle. So on that, we do have other award as well. So awards here, that means if your student can apply for like, if they got maybe some achievement like in sport, in academic, in leadership, non-gender, something like that one. They can also like have more scholarship and also like on combined together. Yeah. The last thing is about like the intake for undergraduate. So we got like 3 intake per year: January, May, and September. Yeah. For dormitory, so we have like 4 dormitory inside our school, but we don't require. So that's mean like your student they can live outside the campus. It's still okay. Even they are under 18 or something like that, that's still okay. Yeah. Okay. Public transportation only bus, car, bicycle, something like that one. We don't have the metro. Yeah. So any questions from everyone? So I can feel free to support you with like the information from the Windsor University.
Thank you so much, Leo, for the key update information. That was very useful. Okay, we will move to the Q&A session. If anyone has a question, please feel free to drop your question in the chat box. I can see one question here. They want to know more about the visa application and the PGWP for the Myanmar student.
Yeah, thank you. So I think that I can answer with like the something relevant to Myanmar. But for visa, I think that will be like maybe some update from you for the visa. So far our school we do have a lot of students from Myanmar, from Burmese student. So it depends because I see a lot when I travel to some country like Thailand, Myanmar, or like to Singapore. I also have a lot of the application coming from like Myanmar. They live in Myanmar or they live outside in Myanmar, and also like they apply to Windsor. And the thing is, just like they still got the visa accepted, because about the visa application, it's not about like your the nationality Myanmar. It's about like how you prepare the documents. Um, just like for like the student about like the finance and also like about the SOB, something like that one. But I can tell like so something maybe in order to increase about the visa successful rate, because for my school so far we also like need about the deposit. You only need to deposit and then you can apply for the visa. But for example like undergraduate, you only need to deposit 2,000. For master course pay you only need to deposit 4,000. But I also tell the agents, in order, especially like Myanmar, if you want to have like more visa successful rate, so we encourage your student to pay for at least maybe 1 semester or at least for 2 semesters. Because right now, I think on the website IRCC, they still require maybe for the 1 year of payment or for 1 year payment or something like that one. And when you can prove to the IRCC that okay, I from Myanmar, but I can also like pay for myself for like 1 year, so I also like need to and I have the bank statement to showing for like my cost of living, and I think it's work. So it can also increase about your visa success rate. So for BGWB, so it's not about the nationality. It's about So when you study in the Windsor, because we are the university, so we only offer about the bachelor's, 4 years, 3 years, or for master or for PhD. So that means when they study any program in the Windsor, so they can stay for 3 years BCWE. Yeah, after graduation. It's not like some other country they prevent Myanmar. It's not like we have like the age prevention like other country. No, it's about like the programs. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Mm.